Hey, this is John Q with ComicWow TV. I am at Cards, Comics, and Collectibles today in Reisterstown, Maryland. I am with Mark Nathan. He is the lead stock boy here.
Trash man.
I'm just kidding. He's actually the owner of this place. He actually also puts on the Baltimore Comic Con every year. If I could ask you a little bit about it, I know we're far off, but I'm sure you have some things working in that head. Can you tell us a little bit about what you have coming this year?
We have a pretty good substantial guest list already. The dealer room is over 60 to 70% sold already. So I would say we could stop right now and almost have a convention where we're at right now. We're almost there.
I don't think anybody would be upset.
Even though it's January.
I don't think anybody would be upset if we did. If I could ask you, pick your brain a little bit. I want to see what you think of Marvel now and how they've come as a retailer and how they're helping you.
They're selling well. I mean, it's the ultimate question is, right, are they selling? They're selling well, and we're still relatively new. I think the furthest issue out is like 4, so it's only been like 4 months, but everything's selling well. Some of it is really well received, some of it is okay. Nothing has been, I hate this. That hasn't happened yet, although there's been a couple of books that people are wait and see on. But overall, I think that it was a decent strategy to do. I think that I'm going to talk out of turn, I don't know for sure, but it seemed like that Brian Bendis was done writing Avengers for a decade, and his change made the change for everything. When he was writing all the Avengers titles and moved over and decided to take over the X-Men titles, I think it opened up everything to say, well, why doesn't everything just start now since this move is happening? And if you've noticed, like for their trade paperbacks, whenever a creator would start new, like Ed Brubaker on Daredevil, their volume numbers on Daredevil, for instance, would start at #1, where he started. So this seemed like a good break where everybody would get a #1 because it was a new creative team and anyway. So it was a starting point for everybody to start at almost at the same time. But I think it was, for that end, a good move. Now, and they didn't ditch their past history to do it.
Well, yeah, exactly. What do you personally think of it, though? Now, that's you as a retailer. What do you personally think of it?
I think the same thing. I think that there are some books that are
so we're going to be PC about it.
Well, no, I think the Hulk is the best Hulk I've read maybe ever. You know, I think it's an objective way to look at the Hulk. That does it feel like the movie Hulk? Yes. So does that make sense to people who don't necessarily read comics? That would be a good starting point. But I think that this specific version of the Hulk makes total sense, and a character that I don't need to read every month, I want to read now every month.
That's great.
Right?
Great.
Daredevil's the same way, and we'll see about the rest.
All right, all right. And now I have to do this.
Yeah.
I've got to ask you. You've got to give us 1 or 2 little secrets about what's coming out for the Baltimore Comic Con. You got to let something come out right here exclusively for everyone out there on ComicWow.
If you're on our website, you know. However,
no, I want something that's not even on your website. I want something for us that's not even your website. Now, you can give us one thing.
I don't know. I usually spill my guts pretty quick, so I don't know if there's anything I'm holding back. But I mean, some things that are really cool that we haven't written a press release yet. But if you just casually look at our guest list, you know that how we made a big emphasis last year on creators from England. Every single one of those folks that we had from last year are back. So we did that. But then we added Dave Gibbons. So that's kind of cool. So that's kind of cool. So we added another guy. We haven't had George Perez in a few years, and that's always special. Always special, and he's back. We've never had anyone from Brazil, and this year we do. We have Ivan Rice and Joe Prado and Eddie Barrows, but specifically Ivan Rice because he's drawing a little title called Justice League. So that's kind of good.
That's great.
So there's a lot of people that we've never had before already, which is pretty awesome.
And again, we all know that it's very illustrator heavy, and that's why we, and I know you do, but we at ComicWow, we think it's the best of all the Comic Cons because of that.
That's great.
And that's why we like going, and I think that's why you can see the progression every year, more and more and more people going. So I know us at ComicWow and everybody out there would like to thank you for everything you do.
Thanks so much.
And thank you for your time and talking to us for just a little bit.
Thanks for coming.
All right. This is John Q with ComicWow TV, and we will see you soon.